All right, collectors, today on the channel, we're going to talk about something really fun and something actually that brought a lot of joy to me when I first saw it announced, and that is the Marvel Legends series Secret Wars Retro Wolverine. It's done in a retro packaging. It harkens back, or it reminds us of that era where we used to get the 3 3/4 inch or whatever they are Secret Wars figures. We used to get that little shield. I had, let me see if I can think of what I had. I believe I had Spider-Man and Captain America, and I never got a chance to pick up Wolverine. I just didn't. So it's always left me with, one of my favorite characters. My favorite character. I just never got around to picking it up because, I don't know, may have not had money when it came around, or, just may have not seen it at retail. I can't remember. It's been an ocean of time between now and then. So anyways, when I first saw this, I've seen a few waves out there. They're out there. So the waves are out there, and some Amazon has the wave out there. A few other people, Entertainment Earth, you can pre-order it. I will be at the Metroplex toy show with a couple of my extras. And again, like I said, I'm not there to scalp anybody. I'm there to sell at a reasonable price. So drop on by. I might have one or two. So what else? Well, let's talk about it. Here's the packaging. The packaging is half of the draw, right? The packaging looks tremendous. Look at that. You got the little, and it is, it does change. Let me see. Can you guys see it on here? Sorta. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it does change whatchamadoodle. It does, it's got that, whenever you move it this way, it does one face and then it moves it to another face. It's just pretty cool. So, and then you've got the Secret Wars logo here. You got that, and we'll take a closer look at that in a minute. I actually opened it. Got a couple of claws down there, but the packaging looks very reminiscent of it, as it should. And then again, you got a little story back here about Wolverine. Let me see if I can get it close to the camera without bumping it. There you go. You can pause it if you like. But yeah, it looks great. The back looks great, very reminiscent. You've got Disco Man, you've got Tiffany. Disco Man's powers. Everybody dances when he hits the dance floor, including superheroes, until they pass out or faint of they're exhausted. Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man. I picked up all of them except for these two. I had no interest in them as a little kid. I didn't have any interest, and I don't have an interest in them now because they don't call to me. So, but these other ones certainly did. So anyways, without further ado, let's get into this figure. Because, it's fun. I want to get into this figure. As you guys saw earlier, Colossus made a little bit of an appearance as well in there. So let's just talk about the figure. Number one, let's just see what he looks like, right? He's got that very, this look reminds me of the arcade look. It really does, more so than some of the other figures. It's okay if you disagree, but to me, this is more arcadey looking. To me, you guys can disagree. I haven't gone back and looked at the arcade to see if it matches it, but to me, this one looks more like the arcade than the other ones. But you can feel free to disagree. I'll go, you know what? I'll post a picture of what he looks like in the arcade over here. And I'm not talking Marvel versus Capcom. I'm talking about the other one, the X-Men one. So there he is, the ones with the Sentinels and stuff. He looks actually really good. Let's zoom in on that face. Smug little face he's got there. Yep, there he is. There's no washes on it. There is some, there is some texturing here, which is very odd to me. You've got some texturing for hair, and you've got some hair cover there. I'm fine with it. I'm fine. I mean, it looks like he's got a rough rash there. I don't know, but whatever. But yeah, it looks fine to me. The mold is well done. The colors look, bright. It is exactly what it was pictured in the promos. So I dig it. Now, so on a scale of here's my scale right here. You guys can see my scale. What do I give it on my scale of 1 to 5 as the way he looks? Look at his face there. It looks great. I just love the way it looks. Everything just came out fine in the packaging. Yeah, this looks a little funky to me. So I'm being nitpicky here because, for the most part, he looks great. I don't see there's any, anything that, splotches of paint that are just way off or anything like that, or something that's messed up. I mean, it looks fine. So for me, in the looks department, I'm going to give it about a 4.8. It's about a 4.8. Now let's get into the articulation of it, right? And don't worry, we're going to talk about him a little bit too. So articulation, as always, he can't really move his head side to side that much because he's on that hinge joint, but he can fly through the air. Look at that. He can look straight forward, and also he can look down quite a bit. So that is fantastic. I dig that. So good on you there, Hasbro. He does have a very nice butterfly action here. So I really dig that. That looks really cool. I really like, it just works really well. So the butterfly action works really nice on my particular Wolverine. I don't know, maybe some others don't. And again, I haven't seen other reviews for this, and I haven't seen other reviews for that. So if my reviews differ substantially, oh well, I don't know what to tell you. You can do a T-pose very easily. I love that. No issues with the T-pose for Wolverine. Cut at the bicep, double jointed, pinless elbows, which are very nice there. He does have, this is not a roll of the dice hand. It's kind of an in and out hand there. So that's nice. He does have a lot of crunch. Look at that crunch. Not a lot back, but quite a bit forwards, which I like. It's fine. I think that's really great. I would have liked more back, but this is more than I usually get with most figures to the front. So that's fine. So, and he does not have a cut at the chest here, at the abdomen, but he does have a cut down here at the waist. Very simple cut there. Drop down hips. I want to say yes, but I'm not sure. Anyways, he can kick up that high. A little bit better than 90 degrees. So that's pretty good. That's actually really good. He can go back that far, which is actually pretty good as well. So very good articulation there. Almost completely does the splits. So that's very nice. Cut at the thigh, double jointed, pinless knees. Does he have a boot? Yes, he does. Look at that. He has a boot cut. There you go. Very nice. Ankle pivot, perfect. That far up, which is nice. That far in, which is fantastic. Well, that's decent. That's decent. That's great. So that looks great. So let's look at his accessories real quick before we give him an overall articulation. I mean, I would have liked to see more of this. But that's about it. So I'm going to give it, this is going to be easy. This is going to be easy. So let's set him there. What does he come with? What does he come with? Let's get that stuff out of here. Go through that real quick. Well, he comes with this thing. A cereal box looking thing. See, now you can see it changing. There you go. I mean, that's great. Oh, okay. I mean, what it does for me is it really takes me back to that childhood memory. I could put it next to him, beside of him. I just think it's a nice touch. So, nice. I'm more interested in the figure. And then you get the claws, and the claws look fantastic. And for some reason, these claws are not bent, all destroyed. They actually did a good job of keeping them straight. So, good job, Hasbro, on that. Like I said, whenever Hasbro does a good job, they do a good job, and I mentioned it. So, did a great job on that. And then he also comes with this face here. This, I forgot to show y'all in a minute. This one doesn't have the same wash that the other one has, but it looks actually pretty good. This one looks really good. Look at that. Well, I want to say there's a wash there, but I can't 100% tell. Anyways, but this one does have a little bit of a wash, doesn't he? Yeah, like right around his chin and stuff. See, he's got some stubble there and whatnot. So that's kind of neat. Anyways, all right. Ultimately, this guy is a really great figure. Fantastic figure. I'm going to rate him 1 through 5 on my rating scales as a 4.8. It's a fantastic figure. Go out and get him. Fantastic. I'm just going to walk through I don't know what people have been giving this muscle-bound behemoth of Colossus, but me, myself, I really like this figure because he has a tremendous amount of movement. His arms, look at that. His arms are cut nicely. Better, look at that. Look at that. Double jointed, pinless, better than him even. For a muscle-bound oaf, and he has butterfly joints. I mean, they're not super great, but they're there. So that's nice. He does have some butterfly. It'd be awesome. I would love to see, sorry about that. I would love to see him with a gun just knocking people out, right? Oh, if I could only drill some, if I can only find a hand. Maybe I can shape this other hand. Maybe I can shape this hand into use some heat and just slowly start shaping it. I bet I could. Anyways, he's got all that articulation there. He can look up pretty well. He can look down really well. He looks fantastic. And we'll grade them both at the end. He can go back quite a bit, but he can't go forwards very much. Sorry about that. I keep hitting the camera, guys. I'm sorry. But he can go back a little bit, but can't go forward too much. He does have a cut at the waist, splits, cut at the thigh, double jointed, pinless knees. Look at that. Almost can kick his own butt. There you go. Cut at the thigh. We already talked about that. You can do the splits. Cut at the boot. And look at that. Ankle articulation or ankle pivot. That far forward or that far back. Better. Really nice forward. For a muscle-bound behemoth, this is a fantastic figure. And I'm going to rate these, simply put, these two guys, the FASTBALL special team up. I mean, I know oh, you know what? I forgot to show you. He also comes with, he comes with a pair of fists, and then he also comes with a pair of kind of open hands like this. And that, I believe that's so he can read his book. What does it say in his book? Let's see. It's probably in Russian. Rule, no killing anyone ever. Label everything in the refrigerator. Anyways, there it is. So it's a mutant man. What is that? I don't know. Mutatis something. I don't know. You guys tell me. Anyways, so he's got his little book, and he's got an extra face sculpt right there. So this one's a little bit more angry, right? So there you go. I dig it. So I'm going to tell y'all what. He's a 4.8 in my book. Together, that's what he looks like, a great 4.8. I would have liked to see more articulation here with him, but he is a big oaf, right? He's a muscle-bound behemoth, and usually Marvel Legends muscle-bound behemoth give us crap articulation. This guy has tremendous articulation, and so for that reason alone, but I would have liked to, I would have liked to see the butterfly joints work a little better, and I would have liked to see more forward crunch on that, and that would have been spectacular. As it is, 4.5 and a 4.8 on my scale over here. For the reasons I've mentioned below, I really, really like fantastic, great. There you go. I don't care what anybody else rated them. I really don't. I mean, you guys can take it or leave it, but I really like these two figures. Well, and it's also come to that moment that I have to basically wipe off all the top 10 figures for 2024 and have to start out with the 2025 figures. So next time you'll see me up there talking about stuff, on the other side of this table, which is in front of those two arcades. I'll probably have a new set of figures up there, starting the year off with some great figures. All right, guys, breaking news. It's been over 48 hours, a few minutes over 48 hours. And again, the rules were clear on the Christmas Bonanza giveaway. I've had to pick a new winner, and the winner is Sean W. Savage. That's why it pays to subscribe and also turn on the notifications so that you guys can see and check out when I put some messages out there. So Sean Savage, W. Savage, you've got 48 hours, my friend. Reach out to me, go back to that video on the Bonanza giveaway, and the contacts for me are in the rules. So if not, we get to pick another winner. Remember, I grade them, or I only look at them from when I open them. So if these were released in 2024, these are going to be part of 2025 because I didn't open them and get around to them until now. So it's okay. It's okay. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. As always, special thanks to the members for their generosity, for their guidance, for their input. Their guidance, their input, their generosity allow me to bring you better content. As always, thank you so much for watching. And as long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep rolling these out.